Black Adam is the 11th film in the DC Extended Universe, and a spin-off from 2019's Shazam. Starring Dwayne Johnson in the title role, it delivers explosive action scenes with great special effects that should satisfy fans of the superhero genre. 5,000 years after being bestowed with the power of ancient gods and then sealed away, Teth Adam is released from his prison in the modern-day city of Kondak. Shocked at how much the world has changed, Adam goes on a rampage, brutally killing many hostile soldiers and other adversaries in the process. In an attempt to quell Adam's rage, the Justice Society of America, consisting of Dr. Fate, Cyclone and Atom Smasher, set off for Kondak to halt this senseless destruction before it is too late. Since his comic book debut back in 1945, Black Adam has been depicted as both a hero and a villain at various points. In recent years, however, he has been reworked as an anti-hero, retaining his violent streak while also wishing to help out the less fortunate wherever possible. The character's sudden acquisition of superpowers lends itself to the idea that owning such inhuman strength also runs the risk of misuse and corruption along with it. This concept certainly pushes the typical "with great power comes great responsibility" formula to the limits, and in this 2022 film about the titular character, we now get to see that notion play out for us in live action. I have to admit it's quite refreshing to see a superhero film where its main character is neither good nor bad, but rather a neutral party in all of this. So often in these types of stories we watch as our protagonist simply acquires his or her powers, and immediately goes off to do heroic or villainous deeds without a second thought. Here, we get to see Black Adam come to terms with what powerful abilities he has unwillingly been given, undecided as to what allegiance he falls under. In one scene, we see Adam mercilessly slaughter armed soldiers one by one, literally reducing some of them to ashes, but shortly afterwards he saves the lives of a young boy and his mother caught in the crossfire. The ambiguity as to whom Adam wants to protect versus whom he wants to kill becomes a common theme throughout the movie, which does a nice job of making you wonder what battles he's going to pick and choose. To complement these internalized conflicts, we also have some highly entertaining action scenes to go along with them. In addition to the aforementioned fights against soldiers, there's extensive gunfire and explosive weaponry frequently used against Adam during battle, of which proves futile in the end. These moments helped move the film along at a brisk pace, leaving little room for anything boring to transpire. Of course, as is usually the case in most superhero films, there is so much collateral damage left in the wake of scenes like these. As fun to watch as these parts were, I couldn't help but feel a little sorry for the poor people of Kondak, as their city is subject to so much destruction throughout the chaos. It's just as well Kondak is a fictional place, because I hate to imagine how costly it would be in real life to rebuild everything that was destroyed in the melee. This may seem like a trivial nitpick, but considering how ancient the city is supposed to be, it feels kind of painful to see so many things of historical value smashed to pieces for the sake of an action set piece. As the film is a spin-off from Shazam, one of the more amusing entries in the DC Extended Universe, there's also some light-hearted comic relief to ease the tension of certain serious scenes. While the jokes were rather hit and miss and didn't always land, the ones that did provided some much-needed humorous moments, showing yet again that DC films are capable of being funny whenever they want to be. In particular, I like the scenes where Adam tries to comprehend modern-day lexicon when compared to how things were over 5,000 years ago. I suppose it is similar to how Thor tried to blend in with the humans in the MCU, only this time with the more sinister undercurrent of Adam turning rogue at any time. It seems like, overdo that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson play a superhero/supervillain in a comic book movie, and now we finally get to see him do just that. Given his muscular physique, a character like Black Adam suits Johnson perfectly. It's great fun to see Johnson put his strength as a former wrestler to good use, as he throws his enemies across ridiculous distances, not once caring where they might land. At the beginning, I half expected him to be constantly spouting lame one-liners and pulling weird reaction faces at strange scenarios, but for the most part Johnson plays the role very seriously. You certainly gain a solid understanding of why he doesn't consider himself neither good nor bad, which made his character a more compelling anti-hero. That's not to say he's always downbeat, because he definitely has his fair share of comical moments from time to time. The rest of the supporting cast were decent, with Quintessa Swindell and Noah Centineo fitting in reasonably well as Cyclone and Atom Smasher, respectively, but only Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate left any lasting impression on me. His character appears to be the Doctor Strange of the DSU, summoning spells and incantations that allow him to stand head-to-head with Black Adam during his violent rampages. Unlike Strange, however, Fate doesn't have an inflated ego, and is relatively level-headed and calm, much like a certain famous spy Brosnan has played in the past. To be fair though, Dwayne Johnson is a hard act to outshine due to his natural charisma, so if there's any actor in this film who comes close, it would be the one who used to play James Bond. Taking into consideration the current state of the DSU, An entry like Black Adam doesn't really offer anything better or worse than what we've already experienced many times before. It works simply as an entertaining, action-packed, effects-driven superhero film that will hopefully keep fans happy for 2 whole hours. I am curious to see how Black Adam will be integrated among the other DC heroes, especially with the ones from Shazam, but for now he works just fine as a standalone character. However, judging by the mid-credits scene, things do look promising.